let's have a look at filing GST or HST return in Canada. GST is a general sales tax, and HST is harmonized sales tax, and which is being charged in some provinces like Ontario. Basically, GST is federal GST is 5%, and it's being charged on almost everything, except for things like food, medication, books, and some government services like registries and stuff like that. So basically, anytime you buy something, you pay a GST, and anytime you sell something, you charge a GST. And depending on province, you may charge HST, or for example, in Manitoba, it's RST. In Quebec, it's QST. You have to file the GST return at the latest 3 months after the end of your fiscal year for your business. And there are a couple of ways of doing this. Well, two. First, you can use the Canada.ca eServices, or you can use the CRA My Business account, which we are going to use today. For filing of the GST return, you will need to know your filing period. So we're going to show you how to find out what it is, and you will need your total sales for that filing period. You need to know how much you paid in GST for things that you purchased for your business, and how much you charge GST, and the difference will be your return, and it might be either you have to pay something or you will be refunded. It depends on your situation and your business. So let's have a look at the Canada eService filing first. So if you just look up GST filing, it'll lead you here. It's Canada.ca eServices for businesses. And basically you can read through all this. You can file the GST online. So you just go ready to file. And it is going to ask you, there's a checklist of things you will need. So you'll need your business number. You will need the reporting period and access code. And I'm not entirely familiar with this. It has changed. I believe CRA had some hackers getting in and stealing some data. So they have been really they have made the security more difficult to penetrate. So they are using all these access codes. If I haven't used that before. I don't think it was the same way last year. So if you just go continue, it'll ask you for a business number, and RT is the GST tax number, which will be 001 in most instances. There's the access code. If you don't have it, you have to request it. And you just click here, need an access code, and it will ask you for amount on your tax return 109. And I am not sure if, and you can request it if you just continue. I'm not entirely sure if you will get this online, or CRA will send you this in mail, which takes about a week. So be cognizant of that. I'm not entirely sure. What I do is I use the My Business account, which is the government account where you manage all your taxes. It looks like this, and you can either do like there's a portion that says GST, HST, or if you just scroll down, so there's everything about your business, your balances, the messages from the government, and there's a section for GST, HST, and there's for corporate taxes. Corporate income tax, which is a T2 form, and it's filed 6 months after your fiscal year ends. So we're going to do the GST. So just click here, and I need to log back in, so just give me a second. Okay, so I am back in, logged in, probably because I wasn't using this for a while. I was just kicked out. So let's just click on this, and you will see the balances, and there are options for filing a return, and so we will be using that. Also, you can click here on a view section, and it will tell you what your expected returns are. So mine, the expected next return is due January 31st, 2022, which is in 5 days, and it's for this filing period. And after that, the following one will be due a year later. If you are a big company and you're doing lots of, you have large sales, then you might need to do this every 3 months. Some companies do this monthly. For me, it's just once a year. So this will be the period. So let's just get back and into GST, and let's do the filing. So just click File Return, and it asks you whether you're filing the GST and HST. If you are doing it for Quebec, together with the QST, or this is, I don't know what this is. So we're going to choose the GST form. Just click yes, next, and the filing period. So I'm just going to put that down, which was 2020 November 1st and up to 2021 October 31st. And then it asks me for all these different things. So if you're filing a nil return, it means that you basically were not really operating. You didn't buy or sell anything, which is not my case. If you are filing all these kind of different exemptions, if you're a financial services company, if you work in a real property, and outside of Canada, so none of that applies to me specifically. Then there are different rebates if you're like public services body. So I think this is like registries and registry agents, for housing and different things, non-profits and stuff like that. So none of that, if you're First Nations, if in Ontario, none of them that applies to myself and my business. So I'll just click next, and then it asks for total sales for that specific period, which would be for my year. In my case, it was 1,656,239. I'm not sure if it should be like this, if you are also supposed to use the decimal places. So let's just try that. So those my sales. There's no GST for me, new housing rebates. If you need more information, just click this and it gives you a description on what exactly they're asking for. Pensions, again, doesn't apply for me. And now it asks for the adjustment. So these are two fields based on which the your refund or whatever you have to pay is calculated. So ITC is the input tax credit. That is what you paid in GST, and total GST that you charge is line number 105. So in my case, it was 5,609.28, and ITC is just how much I paid in GST to my suppliers. It was 7,851.80. And it says that if you just click in the last version, you just click calculate and we calculate everything for you. They changed it, so you have to click next, so you have to scroll all the way down. There are other things like installments if you don't do this annually, and all kinds of different rebates. Again, none of that applies to my business specifically. So I'll just click next. And this is going to summarize what exactly we input. So these are the sales. These are the GST that I collected from my customers. This is what I paid to my suppliers, and this is the difference. If it's a positive number, it's something that you have to pay. If it's a negative, it comes out as a refund. So if it was positive, you just have amount owing. While a refund claim, this is what the government will pay back to my business. And the reason why I have this scenario is because I make products. I purchase parts in Canada, and I put together products. So I pay my suppliers GST, and then I sell those products, final products, and lots of them are going to international customers. And because they're outside of Canada, I don't charge them GST. You're not supposed to. So that's why I end up paying my suppliers more GST that I collect from my customers. So the government is going to return the difference to me or to my business. So it just asks you to certify that everything is true, which it is, and you just click submit. And then it just says it was filed. If you have if you are actually owing the government money, then you can pay for it through your bank. And it has to be done. It can take up to 5 days, so it has to be done before your due date. So if I had to pay some money to the government for the GST, I would have to be doing this earlier, not 5 days before the due date, just to be on the safe side. So I can just save this as a PDF or print it, and then that's it. And I am done with the filing. And then if I now just go back to my business, it should say that I did the filing. Hopefully it does. So let's just look at the viewed and expected file returns, and it does say that it was filed today on 26th, and it's processing in progress. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask in the comment section. Also, please subscribe, and I'm going to make a video about registering for the GST number, and also some other videos for business, such as filing corporate income taxes, accounting. I may also do video on filing personal income taxes and other things that might be of interest. So if there's anything that is interesting to you, please do comment in the comment section so that I know what to work on. Thank you.